and they've now picked up Boom to replace him here for Team Meta, and they're now no longer black, they're now elite apparently. And you have Super CC, Boom, Mortally, and Septify. You have Super CC and Septify going against their former teammates, you know, Envor and Arctic. You know, they had a little bit of a stint against alongside Fnatic for a bit, and then you have Tony Two-Turn and Parzelli rounding out that Going Rogue roster.
Yeah, very surprising change. I don't think many people saw Swish getting dropped in that spot, but hey, we'll have to see how the new one comes up. Now, I don't know if Bohm is like the secure player that they're for sure going after, or if this is a tryout, or it is what it is. It is interesting that Bohm and Swish ended up basically swapping teams. So I guess we can see who gets the last laugh after the results on Thursday, right? Who does make it further? Swish on his new team, or Meta, who pick up Bohm instead.
Well, as of right now, Meta Elite looking good in the early game, but it's only a 3-0 start by Meta Elite. Not really much controlling the A side so far. Envor getting damage onto multiple players, backing down, allowing Parzelli to come in quick with the cleanups. Arctic and Parzelli with the back-to-back kills. Great damage in from Envor, literally shooting at 3 people by himself. Doesn't go down, and now they've not only broken the setup for Meta Elite, but now they've gotten into their own setup here on the A side.
You see Meta Elite gonna try to throw 3 players towards B, opting to go through that PD lane, and although Septify goes down, his real only job was to distract while the rest of the team pushes through. But Arctic, he's fighting the back of multiple players, and it's gonna come down to 1v1 Foam versus Parzelli, and the Bulldog barks louder. That will be a win for Going Rogue, but the rotation's not in. They thought they had secured C rotations, but no, the spawn came in just in time.
That rotation with the ball right over towards the spawning players of Meta Elite, and they're going to take down that ball carrier with the quickness. Envor going in for the challenge against Super CC, is able to trade out his life there as we switch on board with Arctic and Tony Two-Turn working the C side. Tony Two-Turn making his own route from the spike stairs into the top balcony, trying to stay alive. Eventually, he is taken down, and not only that, Parzelli is able to get away with the rockets.
And Parzelli looking for anyone that dares to challenge him, but the spawn, they got C, and now suddenly the players that are in the middle of the map, they could be in severe danger. That rocket just gets completely eaten up. It might have been a drop kill block from Mortally that could change everything, and Mortally's not done. He's going right after Tony.
Beautiful nade. Mortally gets the assist onto one. Envor coming in seemingly out of nowhere, able to put Envor down to 1 shot, but not able to stay alive. Super CC with the cleanup. Boom now getting into position. You have multiple members of Going Rogue trying to make their way over to the bottom C side. Meanwhile, Boom trying to find out where all the pressure is coming from, and he found it.
Starting to see this hill gonna be, this ball going back into the favor of Meta Elite, hanging out in that shadow realm for just a bit longer. But this shotgun's really going to be the key of holding this setup, right? When players try to get on in, this thing needs to break them on down. And you also saw the red gun up on its pad. We need to see another player from Meta Elite pick that thing up and start to use it towards their advantage. But here we go. Going Rogue, they're trying to push up these purple stairs. It's an immediate pick on both players, but Mortally was hanging out in the back. Mortally only able to get one Going Rogue. That is about as clean of as a break as you can get on this map.
Super CC was looking to swap out that ball for the Stalker Rifle, but while doing it, he kind of popped out a lot of his head over towards that balcony side. Ends up getting shredded because of it. 27-24 in favor of Meta Elite at the moment here, but it's Going Rogue that is surrounding that ball. Super CC able to take down 1. Mortally answers right back. 3 down go Going Rogue. There's only 1 more player to have to deal with, and it's the annoying Envor, but there's only so much you can do by yourself. Meta just rotate that ball away from the spawning players and to get rockets as well.
Senpai did some damage and backed on it up, knowing that it's more important that these rockets stay in his team's possession than giving them up. And hey, Arctic, great on him for taking one down while he goes down. Hey, gives a max value on his life right there, but Going Rogue are all seeing the respawn screen, and this just means more and more time that continues to grow a lead for Meta Elite. And Septify might be thinking about giving them a rotate. I think that ball needs to start heading over to B.
Going Rogue might have started off well, but Meta Elite have answered. The recovery has been masterful, and look at that scoreboard as it continues to add in favor of Meta as Mortally gets himself yet another double kill. 3 down for Going Rogue. Envor once again being isolated by himself. The ball was played. Mortally gonna snatch that up. It looks like the spawning players might be able to get a line of sight on him. Apparently not, because Mortally turns the corner, and now more ball time being added here from Meta. They already have doubled the score line of Going Rogue. Boom goes in for yet another challenge. This time, it's not gonna go his way.
Septify not able to get that kill, and that's gonna open up the ball for play, as these players are gonna have to get their BRs up. Mortally's gonna be able to get one, but not before the kills come in favor of Going Rogue. They're gonna find the break, and this is their chance to get themselves back in this round.
30 points and counting for Going Rogue. Meta already having 69 points on the board. Nice start here for Meta Elite. Septify and Meta taking their time with how they want to try to get this first pick. It looks like the first pick has been got. Parzelli, the first one to go down, but the answer right back in a 3v3. Tony two-turn, not feeling comfortable. Gonna shroud out and now challenge anybody over toward the Shadow Realm here. Rockets coming up. 2-man push for Going Rogue. Want to clear out the A side. It's not going to happen here. He's able to kill one. He's able to somehow get these rockets that might just turn the tides over to Going Rogue's favor.
Two players popping out of that PD. Tony's between everyone. Shots coming through, but no damage down, and that's a worst case scenario. They gave up the rockets to Super CC, and now suddenly things are looking dangerous for Going Rogue, but they get the rockets right back. What a change of plans. Yeah, I did not see that one coming.
Yeah, he didn't want to fire off that first rocket to kill his teammate there, but eventually he ends up going down, not able to stay alive himself, and now Going Rogue get themselves just that much more ball time. Tony and Envor watching that B side like a hawk. Septify somehow the only player alive. Parzelli applying a bunch of pressure over toward the purple side of the map. It looks like he's finally able to find the kill. Bowman Super CC spawn up the B side. Going Rogue know where this is going, so what do? They just rotate that ball back over toward the shoddy side of the map. Great points being accumulated so far as they look to take the lead.
Crazy accurate shots from Arctic, and he still has his rocket, right? No one's gotten close to him. He sends it to the wall, and Parzelli got that back spawn. That's going to open up a rotate. And now this round, what looked like what was lost is looking more and more likely. I go win for Going Rogue.
And it looks like he's going to drop that ball and try to eat away at the time here. They're going to keep it over toward the C side, so Meta still have to break it as if they were holding it in their hand. They only have a 1 point lead, so they're playing with fire. Envor with a big triple kill, somehow able to nade out Septify as well, and Meta not able to break the setup. Big triple by Envor, big plays across the board for Going Rogue, and they're going to take round 1.
I mean, look at this triple from Envor. He never lets go, just constantly firing his gun as they have to desperate through the middle of the map because of the clock, all right? They were running out of time. Envor in the perfect position to take advantage.
And I also love that play by Meta Elite by Going Rogue to keep that ball subway side and not just play it over towards like the mid map, even though they weren't actually holding it in their hands, forcing Meta to have to actually break that setup. So well played by Going Rogue toward the end game. That nade gonna hit right the middle pillar of the drop wall, so gonna bounce back, do more damage to Bone than it does the actual enemy team, but he's still feeling confident enough with that Stalker rifle to get himself yet another kill, and now numbers an advantage in favor of Going Rogue. And what does he do? He just watches the cross from players rotating in, but he runs out of ammo.
Runs out of ammo the worst time. Has so many players put damage down, but just not enough in the tank to get the job done. Going Rogue gonna be able to win the opening time for now, but look at the red room spawns. It's Mortally and Septify who have easy access, trying to get right in to this damage. And if they're able to buy enough time, their teammates should be quick on the follow-up. Parzelli gets taken down by a perfect grenade, and now Septify's going. Look at how systematic this collapse has been for Meta Elite, waiting for the help, slowly breaking in, and finally getting all the kills necessary. The ball's still in the middle, but it's gonna be going in Meta Elite's hands.
Septify snatching up that ball, bringing it right back to the subway side. Mortally trying to watch the cross. Parzelli did make it through. And he has some damage onto one, but now there's two more that are gonna overwhelm him. Tony Two-Turn flying in there, then challenging Super CC, doing enough damage to earn himself the assist, and continues to rain down damage with that bandit rifle. Team Meta finding himself 3 down once again, going rogue right back in their C-side setup, excuse me, and Rocket's gonna be so important. Tony staying right over toward the ATM right when it comes up, snatches it up for himself, but Tony goes down.
Rocket's still in the hands of Envoy and his team, and Septify just survived the closest rocket I think I've seen thus far, and that's 2 rockets that just don't do any damage, and going rogue have a long road to get back into this fight.
Septify with an easy kill once a Barzeli here. Tony Two-Turn manning the mid side. It looks like Envoy and Arctic are trying to break through the purple, but they have to get a kill. They got to find a perimeter one. Looks like they're not going to be able to do so. In fact, Tony the first one to go down for going rogue, so that's going to leave Meta really comfortable onto the subway side. They're still trying to inch forward here. How can going rogue get the break?
Going rogue need to be able to find that first pick and then swarm, and that's all we see. They get that first kill, and then it's about getting behind the remaining players. Mortally's the last one alive, as he's gonna have to try to do his best, but he gets taken down, and that's a picture perfect break. And now going rogue, having the ball for the first time in a while. I want to hop of a listen in with Envoy and the rest of going rogue.
Okay.
Live here. They're gonna play B-side.
Yeah. Idea. One shot.
1 week purple still. Arcade weak. One shot. Arcade one shot.
Ball down. I'm playing kills.
Yeah, purple was strong, and I'll be. I got one. I got shots for you. Arcade again.
Wait.
Top C. Bottom shotgun.
Yeah, shotgun. Going front C.
Good kills.
Live.
I spawned Ivy on you.
They're gonna spawn B.
Yo, I'm getting out the purple here. There's been one kid on me.
Here.
Yeah, purple one shot. Purple one shot. Mortally.
Why not B? On me.
I'm getting ATM for rocket. See that?
I'm gonna smoke him. We need to get him.
We have ball drop.
I'm trying to get balls off.
Available.
Go for it.
I have rockets ATM.
I'm watching over you. Come back to me here.
Guy one shot ATM.
Laundry right now. Laundry, guys.
Yeah, we live here. Yeah, work together. Purple.
Below
Here, come to me.
Posters. One shot.
I can't. And both tires.
Purple.
One shot. ATM.
ATM on you. Front seat. Bottom seat now.
Are you bottom C? I'm gonna
Trash is well going Mando. Ivy.
Okay.
Alright. We're missing one.
Driveway, Tony. Driveway now. Wait.
Driveway really weak.
Alright, nice.
Commando weak.
Alright.
He's commando still.
One shot going up here. Oh shit. He ran up Ivy. One shot.
Mid-map trying to desperate.
One shot, Ivy.
I did.
Let's go.
Watch mid-map still. I'm living. Nice, got it. Keep leaving, bro.
Yeah, he's gonna find me.
No, just live.
I spawned a beast out here.
I'm starting to move out.
Keep watching purple.
We have the ball.
Yep.
Keep watching purple, guys. Zero, one shot. Redman one shot, guys. Redman one shot. And Arcade.
Those benches on me dead.
Oh my god! Red room kid.
Nice.
Watch driveway. That's his only play. He has to play on ball.
There's that time.
Good shit.
bro.
Good shit.
Yeah, it's one shot.
I'm just fucking chilling, man. Holy fuck. Oh, bro,
Good shit.
Chill light, bro.
I keep dying.
Hey, that is some top tier comms from going rogue right there. That's a team that's looking to make an upset run, a Cinderella story, getting themselves into Thursday.
Love the passion in those comms out of going rogue right there, and it's so surprising. You know, Team Meta were the team that filled in for Native Red when they had to drop down into open bracket. So they were pool play spot. You know, Team Meta, did phenomenal over toward the qualifiers into Charlotte. Meanwhile, going rogue, they weren't able to find their footing in Charlotte back in the open bracket. Weren't able to make it out to get pool play themselves. But look at them now with a 2-0 decisive win against Meta Elite. Going rogue have really leveled up.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big win, and it's a convincing win too, right? Able to get it done in 2 rounds on oddball against a higher seeded team. and now taking that momentum and going into one of the games that has one of the greatest snowball effects in the game, period on period, is exactly what you're going to ask for. And honestly, just it's a great played game by Going Rogue through and through. They just played the better game.
Take a look at some of the replays here, and to me, it really, I mean, there was some highlights, like obviously with this this triple kill by Envoy. That was, I'm sure we didn't do a listening when that was going on, but I'm sure he got loud in the comms. But for me, it was just about the fundamentals, you know, just about them, you know, playing their numbers right, you know, getting aggressive when they needed to, slowing down when they needed to, and then also just playing their life, just playing good fundamental Halo is what I feel led to Going Rogue with that 2-0. But that's just one map. But they still got to win 2 more against a very capable team meta roster if they want to advance forward into Thursday.
Septify fights for the sniper right away, and it's going to earn him the overshield to work with. And this is a big bounce back game for Meta Elite, right? You made a big change, dropping Swish off the roster. Yeah, if you don't make it to Thursday, it's going to be a bad feeling. And Septify, I don't know, I don't think he intentionally meant to play it, but hey, you'll take a sniper out the map, I suppose.
How dare you? Everything Septify does is calculated. As I'm pretty sure, I think you're right. I don't know if that was the case, but one can say that if he stayed on Runway's side, Arctic would have had an angle on him anyway. So, hey, sniper rifle off the map. You're not going to give him any extra ammo. Not the worst play in the world, but tied up at 6 apiece, and Arctic only sniper rifle in play, and clearly he knows what to do with it.
Yeah, honestly, it's a huge opportunity for this Going Rogue roster not to have to worry about a counter snipe, right? Having the sole power weapon on the map right now, if they can get control of Meta Elite's base, this could have devastating results in the beginning game.
And look at Parzelli being sneaky on his way to controlling that tower side, and now Arctic gonna push up, body shot onto Mortally, retreats right back because he knows there's multiple members of Meta that could be pushing up to the long haul and green side. But looks like they double back. Arctic able to find a kill onto his former teammate, Septify doubles, and not able to get the kill onto the second one. It's Super CC that cleans him up, and Super CC also playing his life. Multiple members around them. They've cleared Going Rogue out of their base for the most part, and now looking to convert that defense into a bit of offense here in this Meta Elite.
And Going Rogue run 3 players, basically a triangle playing forward onto this map, but Septify and Mortally, they don't get too ahead of themselves. They get into the right spots, find the kills, and Mortally on that wild flank, making some impactful plays for his team as he's still alive in the back of Going Rogue's base. Envoy's in trouble as Mortally goes high, but unfortunately for Mortally, he might have gotten too much that he could chew. 2 players from Going Rogue hiding in the back, ready to melt him the second he went up high.
Both the Rockets and Overshield coming up at the same time, and it looks like Going Rogue were able to snatch up those Rockets, but boom, comes in with the double kill. I'm gonna assume Rockets in the hands of Tony Two-Turn. They are, but I want to say that Overshield and Repulse might be in the hands of Meta, and they don't want to get that Rocket bounced back. He's able to take down Septify. Lining up the rocket for the second one, able to connect just a bit onto Mortally, but now forced to retreat and reset.
And you know, it's not too bad to reset right here with the new sniper coming up. Tony has a big chance to hit some big shots, but a little bit straight to the left. Both snipers going to be in play for the first time in what's about probably 3 or 4 minutes in this game. Tony's has to hit some big shots, but he's feeling the pressure, but he's able to get out of it. Tony hitting a big one as the rest of his team's trying to survive the onslaught, but he just did not expect Septify to be waiting.
In the previous matchups, it was Parzelli who was being that main sniper rifle player for Going Rogue, but everybody's sharing the love at the moment. It looks like this time it was, well, first with Tony Two-Turn, now I believe it's Arctic with the sniper rifle in hand, so sniper rifle in hands of Arctic. Looks like a double push by Tony Two-Turn and Envoy over toward the green side. Meanwhile, Super CC might still have that sniper rifle here on the sword side of the map. They have to worry about both sides. This must be frustrating, but Super CC knows exactly what it needs to do, and that's hit shot after shot, body shotting everybody here. Arctic somehow able to sneak away toward the long haul side, but backs right into yet another body shot by Super CC.
Oh man, Super CC's lighting everything up. And this is the opportunity that Meta Elite's been looking for, but Ardic's trying to break through. Super CC's the reason they've been able to have so much success towards the sword. They've gotten themselves a lead, but the push is coming, and he's sending them off the map. They can't deal with Super CC. He gets 2 as the fire falls off. Oh my. Super CC, they just keep coming for him. He still has an answer. It's a 3rd. Can you leave this guy alone?
You can't stop this man. You can only hope to contain him. And as of right now, they haven't done that. Super CC out of Coatesville, Pennsylvania, absolutely going off and even putting more damage across the map as he still has 4 repulses to work with. He's going to grab a hold of this overshield. He has an opportunity to battle, go blow to blow with whoever has rockets of going rogue. You can easily, or in the right hands, make it look easy, repulsing a rocket back to sender. Let's see if he's able to do that.
This rocket player needs to be the priority for this team. Arctic not going to be able to hide away. It's an early repulse, and the repulse is not going to land home. Great trigger discipline from Arctic. At least is going to be able to trade out that overshield player for now as the sword room starts to change hands for the first time. But Super CC's been on a tear, and I want to go into the comms of this Meta Elite team and take a look at Super CC and the rest of the team.
Are they still
he's
fighting you, Jay?
He's runway.
Okay, I'm just getting through.
Yeah, they're training.
Their sword. Their sword's a pick. Backed up.
Yeah, I'm in their sword.
Spawn Molly, they're gonna play probably.
Yeah, I'm on their snipe.
They're gonna be on our side.
That's alright.
Our sword weak.
Watching our snipe. I'm watching our snipe. Okay, our snipe is going to cuts.
One shot our green, bro.
Hiding tower.
I'm watching sword.
They're gonna put you guys in a
Yeah, we got a
blender.
rat.
In sword saw me.
Yeah,
Watching green.
I'm pushing sword now from their side.
Yeah, he was their sword.
There's 2, they don't know.
I'm here.
Okay, I'm trying to flank sword.
There's one more.
I'm coming.
He's RS1.
Yeah,
I'm here more. You're good.
One shot RS1, bro. RS1 with sniper. Yes, sniper RS1.
He's still there, sniping RS1. Still our court. Sword in. One shot. Nice. One shot sword still.
Absolutely in the
There's 2
closet,
there.
bro.
I have snipe. They have snipe in there or what?
Yeah, they got like a full
There's
snipe
2 in there.
Yeah, I'm looking.
We can maybe hit long.
Oh, Arctic just hit some crazy snipe shots, Tony, to neutralize this game. We're tied back up 36-all, and what was looking like a Meta Elite runaway is suddenly getting shaky.
Parzelli just taking his time here with the heat wave. That drop wall gonna be a nuisance. Well played by Mortally and Bone with their break over toward the sword side, and now they're gonna pay because of it. That's a double kill out of Super CC, and just like that, a 3-kill lead has erupted in favor of Meta Elite, who still have that sniper rifle in hand and also have advantages going towards the overshield.
Big double from Arctic. Can he get the stick for the trip? No. Super CC shuts him down, but not before he bought enough time for Tony to get away with these rockets.
I never met a Tony I didn't like. Mortally sending yet another one right off the map. Sayonara, we'll see you in 8 seconds on board. Mortally now with the sniper rifle. Multiple members of Meta Elite over towards the tower side. Another body shot coming in. Now he has to hit the shots onto Parzelli, but the rocket player coming out of nowhere. That's going to take down the most important player of Meta Elite, and now it's Parzelli. He's sitting on their tower. This might be bad.
That's a tough one. Mortally, it looked like he tried to get that repulse off, but it was just a fraction of a second too late. And now Parzelli's in the power position, but they deal with him quickly, right? Keeping the score to even, and it's going to allow Bohm to pick up this new sniper rifle as well. But just when you start to think things are going right, Arctic opens up a double kill, and Going Rogue has taken the lead in this game.
On one side, you got 27 kills out of the duo of Super CC and Septify. Same out of Tony 2-turned and Arctic. But it's Tony with that sniper rifle in hands. Arctic trying to go in for the early challenge onto the long haul side, not getting the 1v1 that he wanted. Tony tries to come in for the bait and switch. Septify not being pushed or punished onto the green side. They know that the rest of Meta Elite would have just used that as bait. I believe Overshield and rockets were coming up. Am I going crazy, Garrett? Did it?
I'm actually not sure as well. I thought they were coming up too, but I haven't seen anyone get away with them. I think I might just have the timer wrong in my head.
Either way, one-shot sniper rifle in favor of Bohm at the moment here. Arctic gets his kneecap blown out. We have 5 shots in the sniper rifle for Arctic, and I'm not sure if there's many left. And on the opposing sniper rifle, just barely missing out on that shot. There we go. There's the rockets and overshoot that we were looking for. A player push up over toward the green side, trying to apply pressure to alleviate that from the rockets coming up in just 11 seconds. Super CC able to take down Envor. He goes in for a double kill. Now the flank off for Mortally. And Parzelli goes down. These rockets are going to find the hands of Meta Elite. Going rogue have gone 3 down. It looks like Envor takes the overshield. I'm not sure he's able to stay alive. He is. So rockets versus overshield.
Mortally was able to get an early pick with those rockets, but the Envor overshield puts him to game point. And Super CC, he's stuck at the top tower. Envor's overshield's gone. And Super CC was able to get away, but going rogue, they know it's just a trade that's required. And Envor's knocking on the door. How does Meta Elite respond to this overwhelming pressure?
Love that Envor didn't just lift up over toward the tower side. He's prioritizing staying alive, get the damage in easily, and trust your teammates. Meanwhile, Arctic getting very aggressive. He's already in the opposing flag. It looks like he's right behind enemy lines. They have to deal with Arctic, and it's not gonna happen. They are able to get the 50th kill. Going rogue have just gone up 2-1 in the series.
Massive overshield play by Envor and the rest of going rogue, and they get the job done. An icy finish to this game.
Wow. I cannot believe I just saw, and if there was an MVP, at least towards the end game, I would have to give it to Envor, man. His ability to stay alive with this overshield and just be a nuisance. And most players would have lifted right there, trying to get some kind of angle, trying to get some kind of damage, and they would have been melted. It looks like Meta were waiting for him to lift up. But what does he do? Just stay alive and be a nuisance. Then he gets some early damage onto Mortally back here. I love the way he was just able to play his life. And then by the time they're ready to push, Arctic gets the initial damage onto 1, chases down yet a second one. Arctic's just telling the rest of the team, push, baby, push. They're playing scared right now. They've gathered up. They're just hiding on top of each other. They're scared. And going rogue, push them right out, get that final kill that was necessary. They didn't choke. Simple as that.
Yeah, and I love how they took that approach, right? It was basically a 4-pronged attack, ensuring that they couldn't just put all their BRs in the same spot, right? Meta Elite had to keep constricting on the map, and going rogue, yeah, they could have pushed a little bit faster, but instead they decided to put 1 player in each lane. Make sure that when they do finish that push, that they just weren't checking every single lane. And they got so much free damage when Arctic went around that corner, and it ends up being the game-winning kill.
Going rogue have leveled up, man. Again, we talked about it before. You know, they weren't able to make it out of open in Charlotte. They were a dangerous team, but they didn't make it out of open. Now look at them going toe-to-toe with Meta. What was Meta? What top 12? Top 12 at Charlotte? And going rogue, going toe-to-toe with them, now 1 win away from sweeping them? This is huge. This is big for going rogue, and great to not only show that you're a scrappy squad and you're able to, you know, win things out when it's down and dirty, but you're also able to close out a tight game. Because that's why I feel like a lot of teams really struggle when they're coming out of open bracket and trying to come into their own, is closing out tight games against good teams like Team Meta. Going rogue won that game. They did not choke, and they did not choke it, and that's what matters. And that's what matters most ultimately.
Yeah, honestly, it's been 2 very closely contested games that they've been able to ice up on, right? And I think that in itself is showing that the things are changing And this is a team that is stuck together, right? Because I think a lot of teams probably make some drastic changes after they don't get out of open bracket when they were expecting a much better performance at Charlotte, right, Tony? But onboard Arctic, the core of this roster has stuck it out. They're working together. They're getting better. They're getting better. And now suddenly against a team that, you know, I'd say a week ago would probably just 3-0 on their way throughout this bracket. They're putting up a tough resistance, and now not only looking to win the series, but winning it in a clean sweep fashion.
It's King of the Hill on live fire, gonna be our game number 2. Overshoot is coming up, and Arctic wants to get sight lines on it, but there is multiple members of Meta Elite that are up close and personal with it. Apparently Arctic doesn't care whatsoever, able to take down 2. Envoy with that heat wave goes after another. Super CC still fighting for it, takes down 2 of his own, and this overshoot still hasn't been grabbed. Septify emerges amongst all the chaos, steals it right back here from Meta Elite, and now we're gonna start to see some time on the board finally in this first hill.
Envoy was trying to hide, but Septify knows better. He checks his corner and he finds Envoy. Berzelli's trying to do his best with that noob combo, but there's just not an opportunity to shred off these shields of Septify, as it looks like Meta Elite are finally going to be able to take this hill. And Septify still have a little bit of overshield left. I mean, there was like no resistance at all as he pushed into this hill.
Septify doing a great job staying alive over toward the bottom hole. Envoy taking height with the tower, but down to one shot he goes. He's gonna shroud out to try to play his life. Well played so far, but Mortally and Super CC off the screen, getting back-to-back kills, and now that's gonna leave Envoy by himself. 3 down for Going Rogue, and without those numbers, there's nobody able to get Meta out of the hill. They're already over halfway done with the progression of this first hill, and you're noticing they're already rotating towards the tower side a bit early. This is well played by Meta Elite.
Super CC wasn't able to wrap that corner, though. That sniper down for the grabs, and although this hill's close to being taken, you're gonna see Going Rogue take control of the next round of spawns, and they might not be satisfied with just getting next round of spawns. Oh no, they might have gotten too ahead of themselves. Look at Septify and Boom. They're all the way at tower. Now this hill's gonna go in favor of Meta Elite unless there's something crazy happens, and the next spawn cycle will be in favor of Meta Elite as well. I think Going Rogue got too ahead of themselves, and Mortally breaks their spirits with an overkill.
So not only do Going Rogue are not able to get that hill, but on top of that, they go 4 down thanks to the hands of Mortally and his overkill. That is not looking good for Going Rogue. They're gonna have to just slow things down, take a breath, and hopefully try to push up together and make something happen. But as I say that, 4 down once, now 4 down twice. Now the spawn is gonna be easy to manipulate here over toward the green side. You see the pays in, you see the prediction aids already out there, blocking A, they're blocking C, but almost like, looks like a rogue spawn. That spawn with a rogue.
Boom, able to light up Envoy as they get closer and closer towards this hill, but still it's time that's going in favor of Going Rogue. But Boom doesn't care about the nerf that they made to this noob combo. He's still going in, lighting people up, making this thing look pre-patched.
1-0 lead here for Meta. Super CC once again sliding right in towards this hill, and even having the sniper rifle watching the mid angle here. Nobody approaching just yet, but that's a problem for Going Rogue because nobody's in position to get him out of the second hill. We might see a 2-0 start coming out of Meta Elite.
Now we'll see if Super CC gets out of this and lets his team push forward before they finish this hill. I think he thought about it for a second, but then said, no, I think we have enough. This overshield play is going to be the next big one, and well, he does have a shroud screen, but his teammate's not in position to really grab this thing away. Keep the shroud screen on his body until they're ready to play forward. Oh no, Super CC, are you kidding me? Tony might get away with this overshield. No, Mortally shuts it down. Oh my god. What a play from Super CC and Mortally.
3 down, Going Rogue. They're gonna spawn up over toward the green side. They're not pushing towards Garage despite spawning toward the green side. They try to break out, and somehow Super CC still able to no-scope everybody in sight, dominating them with that sniper rifle. I love the thought process from Going Rogue, and somehow even with that rotation, it's not gonna go their way.
Oh my god, this might just be a quick 4-0 sweep with the pace that this Meta Elite roster is playing. Just, you can tell that maybe they're a little upset. These first 2 games haven't gone their way, and what were close games is suddenly we're gonna see our first blowout unless something changes for Going Rogue right now.
Meta Elite 1 cap away from taking it. They have seemingly come out of nowhere with the first 2 games being as close as they were. It's so surprising to see Meta Elite dominate Going Rogue at every single turn, but this is kind of the Meta Elite that we expected to see going into this series. Off screen, Septify taking down Parzelli, mortally getting the back smack onto Tony 2-turn, and once again, Going Rogue going 4 down. Oh, how are these slays so heavily in favor of Meta Elite at the moment?
They're just constantly executing when it matters the most. When Going Rogue is trying to push through the middle of the map, they have the slays with each other, right? They have the BRs crossing. They're able to get that team shot going. And then on top of that, when things aren't going right, when they lose control, they're quick to get together and find opening breaks, right? You see Bohm get that first kill. They instantly get numbers and they continue piloting forward. It's been an incredible display of resiliency throughout this game, where no matter what's been happening, they've always been on top of the retake.
Going Rogue have 27 kills as a unit right now. Super CC and Mortally have 28 so far between the 2 of them. The 2 of them are outslaying Going Rogue by themselves, but finally Parzelli able to not only take over this hill, but also able to grab a hold of this overshield, and it's not over until it's over. Parzelli might be able to put the first hill in favor of Going Rogue, and so far it looks like they're also controlling the C side of the map as well, which I love having a player on the tower side. This might be really good for Going Rogue.
Game's not over till it's over, right? We've seen crazy comebacks before, and Going Rogue has played close games throughout this entire match, and they've been able to ice up every time. There's no reason why they couldn't do it again, but they're gonna have to deal with Mortally in the sniper rifle first.
Tower side being manned by Mortally. For the first one to challenge over toward the sandbag side. He does have the help out of Tony 2-turn. As I say that, Super CC shreds through both of them and then pulls right out of that situation. More time on the board. Arctic tries to get away, but Super CC and his active listening picking up every one-shot player across the map. And so far, this middle angle is still being manned by the final 2 players of Meta Elite. Going Rogue is struggling to break this hill, and this might be the final time we see them here on Live Fire.
Morley has a perfect line of sight, and Meta Elite, I mean, look how close they are just to finishing this game here and now. Just one more break and this game is over. Going Rogue, though, are able to find the break for now, but the slays are even. With Overshield coming up, Going Rogue has to prioritize getting to that Overshield, but they might run out of time. By the time they get that Overshield, they're not going to be able to get and play in time.
Overshield may be nice, but you still got to get Team Meta out of that hill, and sadly Going Rogue weren't able to do so. And contrary to the first 2 games, that was a dominant performance out of Team Meta Elite. I'm surprised at what we just saw.
Yeah, I mean, from what we saw in the first 2 games, I don't think anyone expected to see a just complete trouncing in game 3. And now the momentum back in Meta Elite's favor. You have to figure that this recharge strongholds, depending on how this result goes, it could completely change the fabric of this game, the momentum, everything rides on this strongholds.
Well, it's Going Rogue that are still 1 game away from upsetting Meta Elite. Just to remind you guys, Meta Elite, they coming in what, the number 9 seed in this tournament so far. Going Rogue are number 22. Number 22 going up against the number 9 seed, and Going Rogue still were able to start off 2-0, still able to dominate and look so good in that game number 1 and close out in that very close game 2. Going Rogue showed that they have what's in them, I should say. Now it's time for them to execute. Now it's time to put it to work. Close out the series against Meta Elite.
Look how fast Onward just flew across that map. Meta Elite all staying with each other, trying to keep their BRs, but it's allowed Going Rogue to spread themselves across this map. Arctic will get to A, and B looking more likely to get captured. So I think at the end of the day, playing that fast, aggressive expansion is going to work better, because although Meta Elite got those kills, they're all stuck together and they're still stuck not scoring any points.
And Arctic trying to find the back smack. Not quite able to find the back, but is able to get the two-shot melee. One could only think, though, if he was able to get the clean back smack, he should have been able to get out of that situation alive, even with the camouflage. Just like that. Multiple going down here from Meta Elite, Going Rogue, getting aggressive here over towards the gold side. Envor goes right in for the challenge, drops the nade to Marty Dom, not going to connect, both players staying alive.
Mortally, he's going to be the key player to expanding out towards that gold. Is going to be able to give Super CC the lane to push forward. And now, after that first pick, we got to see some action from Meta Elite. They need to translate these opening kills into a hill, and that hill's going to be B, but there's just no action on the follow-up, right? They let Going Rogue get their numbers back once again. B finally switching hands, but it's too late. Mortally gets immediately shredded out of that hill because they don't have the numbers advantage anymore.
3 down, make that 4 down for Meta Elite, and Going Rogue not satisfied with that double cap, actually be pushing in for the trip. It looks like the seaside already being started here for Meta Elite. They tried to wait for the spawners to come up, and those spawners are being shredded literally off a spawn. Tony 2-turn with the perfect kill onto 1. There's 3 more he has to deal with, but he's still putting down that damage. The double assist is in as Envor opens up with a huge double kill, making a triple kill. Like my man Jay-Z once said, Envor, do you one more?
Oh, and Barzell won his fight at A. It's a trip cap that stays going. Tony, it's another headshot. He started this all with the crazy shots he was hitting, the damage on the pad. It's a trip cap that keeps growing. Oh, no. Going Rogue have perfect control. And now B's going to switch hands, but this is B is the bait hill. It's so easy to fry the players on their way out. But unfortunately for Going Rogue, Meta Elite find their way towards A in time, and they're going to be able to capitalize on this time and getting kill after kill, finally getting themselves out of that trip cap hole.
I actually just found out Jay-Z said Encore. It wasn't Envor.
Oh, really? I was pretty sure it was Envor.
I thought it was let me get an Envor, do you one more? Brooklyn born, but that was on me. Either way, 142
no, I
to
think
6.
Linkin Park. I think the original lyrics were that, and then Linkin Park had him change it.
Yeah,
because the song. Yeah, I'm
Makes
pretty
sense,
sure that's
yeah.
what it was.
Obviously, 144 to 16 lead for Going Rogue at the moment, and they continue to punish Meta Elite at every turn, finding kill after kill. Even when the double cap was going towards Meta, they get slayed out. The reset comes in, and now Going Rogue once again putting points on the board, and you're seeing 3 members of Meta spawning onto the gold side, but you're also seeing Going Rogue surrounding them and pinging exactly where the exit points are. They're trying to trap Meta Elite.
Mortally comes through with Septify, but they just go down quickly, and Envor staying alive for a lot longer than I thought. They finally get the kill, but they're just breaking in for a home base. You gotta remember that, Tony. They're not scoring off of this. And now a camouflage coming up, this is going to be a vital piece of equipment for Meta Elite to not only get, but also use effectively. They're running out of time. It's already 200 points for Going Rogue.
Meta really are running out of time, and not just in this game, but also in the series. And Tony 2-turn into with the 180. My man is playing 2-turn at the moment. Septify with a heat check, able to steal away that shock rifle, and more importantly, stay alive. Now gonna work right back on Arzelli, the same way that Tony 2-turn is shot after shot. Septify can match him, but can't quite get the shot onto Envor. Feeding off that information, gonna have a second chance to do so. Misses onto the second. Arctic now gonna push up aggressively. He's able to take down Arctic, but Septify does end up going down. Double cap still in favor of Meta Elite. Going Rogue still with the huge lead.
Yeah, I mean, this might be a lead that can be insurmountable at this point, right? I mean, just you're talking about playing a close to perfect game at this point for Meta Elite, and So far, when you have someone like Tony just going crazy, double positive, 15 and 8 thus far in the game, it just makes the life so much harder. And Envor, he's been a monster himself as he looks to secure C back for his team, and he knows Super CC's hiding. And it's gonna be the Disruptor versus BR, but Tony comes back to help. They get the kill, and they're keeping the score going. Finally, the 2-cap in Meta Elite's favor, but the kills have not been thus far.
I feel like somewhere out there, Swish is sitting in like his going rogue jersey, like just like rooting. And every time Going Rogue gets a kill, he's freaking shouting. He's looking at Parzelli's 1 and 7 right now, like, what are you doing? Get in there, Parzelli! Like I feel like somewhere out there, Swish is rooting for Meta Elite to fail right now. But Camouflage coming up. 3 down go Meta Elite. This is not the time for them to break at the moment, but as of right now, they're being broken down. It's 235 points in counting. There's another player moving over towards Alpha. Charlie might have gone in favor of Meta Elite, but they're able to steal away. Garrett, if they don't get in the hill right now, it's over.
I think they've waved the white flag, Tony. I don't think this is going to matter much. Envor going to be able to get this kill. A switching hands, and they're going to try to put their number towards A rather than rotate out towards C, and I think that's going to work in their favor. They broke out before the spawns could get there. Super CC has to make a desperate play at B, but Parzelli shuts it down immediately. You have 5 seconds, but 3 go down. Mortally can't get anywhere in time. It's an absolute blowout.
Meta just got taken down by the number 22 seeded Going Rogue. And that's it. Team Meta going home. They're not going to see Thursday. Going Rogue have absolutely clutched up. They've gotten better and better week after week, and we already knew how capable they were, but Team Meta were supposed to be the favorites in this matchup. What the hell just happened?